Hey guys, it's Nailbiter, and I've got another Object 268 replay that I wanted to show to you guys. This was a pretty interesting round that I had on Karelia, and it was a round that started out pretty horribly, to be honest, both for me and my team, and just kind of slowly able to get back into it as, as the round goes on. But it's a pretty even matchup here. Both teams have some pretty good players, so a lot to look out for. And the enemy team has a platoon of artillery players that are decent, so it's definitely something to watch out for. Having 3 artillery in a game is fairly uncommon now, so I've definitely got to be careful. So I went south here to start, and there you can see I take a quick shot. This IS-7 was kind of in my way, and I went around him because I couldn't resist getting a shot in the side of that Foch 155, knowing how dangerous those tanks are. But I think I got hit by an Object 268 somewhere stealth in the back there. Yeah, there he is. That guy that just got spotted was probably the one that hit me. I think it was actually a heat round that he shot at me too, which was surprising considering how good the pen is on the gun. So he gets spotted though, and I'm able to get a good shot into him. Low roll, but I'll take the damage. So we've already lost our Foch 155, who was, if you saw me look back, he was up in a really weird position, kind of completely exposed back there. And that bat chat that went on the hill, who's actually one of our better players, is not in good shape at all. I was hoping to try to help him, but there's just no way I'm going to be able to go around this corner. And then I get splashed by the FV-183 Hesh round there, and I take another 400 hit points in damage. So already I'm down to a fairly low number of hit points, and my team's down 3 tanks. We've lost our Batchet and Foch already, and now we're down 4, and this round is just looking horribly at this point. So I just decided I'm going to back up. There's no reason for me to stay on that corner and just get disintegrated by all the TDs that are back there, and probably splashed by artillery. So I'm just going to back up, try to cover this IS-7, and hopefully he'll stay alive for a little bit at least. He's a decent player, so I figure he knows at least what he's doing on that corner. So I decided to back him up. I make sure that I'm in a position where I'm not going to get hit by artillery, and I watch his right, and there the Object 268 pops up. I take just enough time to aim, and I make sure to shoot before I think he has a chance of aiming enough to get a good shot on me. So I'm able to take him out. That was a really important kill. I kept that IS-7 from getting flanked. And now that IS-7 is complaining about how he's alone up there. You can see me trying to position myself in a spot where I have enough gun depression to actually shoot anything that goes around that corner, but I can also quickly back up if I have to, and that is something that you have to be a little careful of with the gun depression on the Object 268, and I've talked about this before, but it's really not that good. The Object 704 has much better gun depression, and this Tortoise really makes a huge mistake going around that corner as he just gets obliterated, and I get the kill shot there. Make sure to back up just in case artillery is looking at me, and I'm actually a little worried about getting flanked from the center because I know that the enemy team's taken over the hill, so there could be something flanking. And then Waffle Trager Panzer IV gets spotted. That's the new Tier 9 German TD. And I get a nice shot into him. It has a good gun, but almost 0 armor. You can see he's kind of pinned down back there. I'm not too worried about him. I don't think he's going to push up after getting a shot in the side from me. So I'm going to switch back and face this other direction. It looks like the enemy team might be trying to make a move. That 183 is a dangerous tank, and it's their best player as well, so I've got to be careful. I didn't want to move up too much and get caught up by him because he could almost certainly one-shot me. If he's using Hesh, he would definitely be able to one-shot me at this point, and even with just a regular HE shell, chances are he would probably be able to one-shot me. I'm just looking back. I want to check to make sure that Su-26 that's on the hill there could spot anything that's coming behind me. And it's at this point I decide to turn back again, as it looks like the enemy team isn't really going to be that aggressive on this side. That IS-8 and IS-7 do a pretty good job holding their own for a while there on that flank. They keep the enemy back. Here I can see this Wolf Trager there as well. Again, he's still in the exact same spot, and I can just barely see his track. And I get the kill shot. So now it's actually tied again. I don't know, we just lost our E-75, but we've actually managed to make a bit of a comeback. It's not looking as bad as it was a few minutes ago. I've done just over 4,000 damage so far. I've got 3 kills. I've cleaned up a little bit. Haven't really done too many full damage or hits, but I'm just taking what I get, basically. There's a 268 behind me who's moving up. That Object 268 has a good game. He and I do a good job communicating a little bit later in this round, and he plays really well. You know, I think without his support, I probably would not have been able to win this game. Now that IS-7 and IS-8 are pretty hurt in front of me. That IS-7 just took a big shot, so they're both one-shots for anything around that corner, and both get taken out one after the other. So that's not good at all. It looks like the artillery took out the IS-8. And the IS-8 took out the IS-7, so now I'm really the only one left here on this flank, and I don't have enough health to really hold it. Luckily their IS-8 pokes up, and I'm able to shoot in between the wrecks. I got a bit of a high roll there, but that was a really important kill. Because if he hadn't died there, I would have been in a bit of trouble. And this other Object 268 comes up here, and he's got full health, so I'm hoping that he'll take the initiative and move up and kind of hold the front, because I don't have enough health to deal with. There's a Foch that's still somewhere over in that area, and the FV-183 is also in that area, so I have no interest in going out there and trying to deal with them just frontally. I decided I'm going to try to move back and actually support the E5 that's over here. I see a couple of their meds are spotted back there. There's a bat chat, and there's a 121 somewhere in that area. Take a bad shot there, really. It was didn't have much chance of actually hitting the target. I was just kind of hoping I was going to get lucky with RNG. Now this 121 makes the mistake of standing still. I take the shot, and he re-stealths, but he doesn't move. And again, I get a pretty good roll, and I get the kill shot. And there the Object 268, who had moved up to my right, turned around and actually got a really nice shot into their bat chat. So we take those meds out, but we're down again by 3 tanks, and definitely in a bit of trouble. The enemy team has a bunch of dangerous tanks left, including their artillery. We're going to move back up on this side. I want to keep watching the middle, because now there's nothing at all that could possibly spot anything if one of those enemy tanks that was on the hill tries to flank us. So my hope is the other Object 268 will just watch that side, and I'll watch the middle, and oh god, I run into an FV-183. I was not expecting that, and I was sure I was dead at that point, but I don't know if he just missed or if he shot an HE shell or what, but somehow he leaves me on 200 hit points. And clearly he wasn't expecting me to turn around there either, so we kind of caught each other off guard, and luckily for me, he just doesn't kill me, so I get the kill shot there. As you can see, again, I'm trying to get into a spot where I can sort of get hull down, and I can retreat really quickly if I have to. Only down by 1 tank now. The Foch 155 is still around the corner, but he's low health, so I'm really hoping that the 268 in front of me will just go around the corner and take him out. Unfortunately, there are a lot of wrecks here, so it's a little hard to quickly get around the corner. There I'm telling the 268 that he's probably going to have to take a hit in order for us to kill this Foch, because I'm just too low on HP to be able to afford to go around this corner and to kind of lead a push on him. I think that's a concept that a lot of pub players just don't really understand, the idea of sharing hit points, because I get endlessly frustrated by other pubs where, you know, I'm low on HP and you know, a heavy tank next to me has full HP, and he's just unwilling to go around the corner and take a hit, even though as soon as he does that, we would be able to kill whatever around that corner. It's just really frustrating sometimes, but fortunately, this guy actually responds to what I'm saying. There, an E75 gets spotted behind us, and that T92 takes him out. He did almost 1,200 hit points in damage there. Now, I'm not worried about getting flanked anymore either, because that Foch is the only actual tank the enemy team has left, so I know that he's just in front of us. He gets spotted there, and so we can just focus on taking him out. Object 268 is trying to be a little bit careful going around the corner. I was kind of hoping he would just charge. There he decides to just kind of move up. I'm a little worried that he's going to get shot in the side by artillery. No, I haven't gotten spotted yet, so the Foch probably doesn't know that I'm right behind him. Here the artillery takes a shot and gets spotted. I'm able to take him out, and I don't get spotted there either, so I can still remain here as backup just in case. And there I get spotted, and the Foch, I think, was initially going to try to go right at the 268, but he tries to back up, and the 268 takes him out. So now we're in pretty good shape. It's just the 2 Tier 10 artillery left, and we've got our M103 coming from the other side. That guy did a good job on the other flank. He took out, I think there was an enemy M103 on that side. And so we've got guys on both flanks now coming towards the enemy base. I'm a little worried about the artillery waiting for us to be coming around this corner. It's pretty easy to set up, if you're an artillery, to watch this valley, or the entrance to this valley. It's a bit of a choke point, and these artillery players are pretty good. So I'm definitely concerned about that. I'm thinking I'm going to try to use my camo to my advantage. So I'm going to sit here in this bush and just let my camo net and binocs go on and see if I spot anything. Wait for the other 268 to catch up to me as well. Now I'm just going to move up. I don't want to go up take the same path to the base, so I'm going to go up through the middle. And the 268, I think, is just going to go straight up to the right. See that M103 is going to the other side. He's at low hit points, but hopefully we can surround the artillery. And there I just tell them to be careful because they're in a platoon, so they're probably trying to coordinate some sort of spot where they can support each other. And there they both get spotted. T92 isn't facing me, although he's turning towards me, and I'm going to just go up this hill and try to get the kill, and we trade. So I get my 8th kill, I get Radley-Walters, and he takes me out. But a good result. It was a really good comeback by our team, and the players that were alive at the end played really well. So a really good round and a fun game. Not a huge damage round, but a really satisfying win. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.